Hello, and a very warm welcome to the GBSLEP's series of online events, Resilience, Evolution and Recovery. A bit of housekeeping first from myself. Please do get involved and comment or ask questions in the chat bar to the right. And we'll also be breaking out into rooms in about 25 to 30 minutes time. To join the breakout sessions, click sessions at the top of the page, scroll down to breakout sessions, and then scroll to the bottom of the descriptions. Click view session. This will take you through to Zoom for your breakout session. So now, before we get the skills and innovation session underway, we have a film about some of the work that the GBSLEP has done over the last year and how it's making a difference.
It's been a year like no other, but here at the GBSLEP we continue with our central ambition to drive inclusive economic growth.
From Birmingham to Bromsgrove, East Staffordshire to Redditch, Wyre Forest to Cannock Chase, Solihull to Tamworth and Lichfield, GBSLEP has been working towards our ambition of making your city region the best place to live in and to work in. In Birmingham City Centre, Phase 1 of the Paradise development opened up this year.
I was very excited at the thought that had been given to the way in which the new buildings were going to complement and help reveal some of the old sight lines of Birmingham. And now, as Phase 1's finished and Phase 2's coming on stream, I mean, it's great to see new restaurants are here and occupants for the offices that are here. And it's just great to see Paradise come to life.
Away from the city centre and to Perry Bar, we've also allocated money to Birmingham City Council's build of the Alexander Stadium for the 2022 Commonwealth Games. Our investment in infrastructure enables job creation across the region, including Redditch Gateway.
The whole project is absolutely vital for the people of Redditch. The current climate with COVID and everything, I think having jobs coming to this town is absolutely key right now.
Over in Lichfield, the completion of this bridge on the southern bypass means there's access to a new housing development. Ensuring our residents have the best access to public transport is also a key achievement. In Kidderminster, a brand new station for commuters and staff.
I think it's fantastic. I mean, the station itself looks beautiful, state of the art, eco-friendly. It attracts people to come to the station. I enjoy coming to work in the morning to look at my new station.
But in order to grow our economy, we need our residents to have the right skills and training. Over 1,000 apprenticeships have been created through partnership work. At Chase Terrace Academy in Burntwood, it's full marks from this Level 3 teaching assistant.
I find it's really helped with my confidence being able to obviously learn but also work as well. It's given me the experience as well as the learning opportunity.
This year also saw the start of the Inclusive Commonwealth Legacy Programme. It's aimed at developing capacity and capability for diverse-owned businesses to win contracts regionally and globally.
I've gained a lot of knowledge in a short amount of time. I've been looking to find people like this, and they're right on my doorstep. So the LEP programme has been a fantastic resource.
But of course, it's not been plain sailing. COVID-19 has had a huge impact on businesses. So we stepped up with Step Forward, our ongoing campaign to help with resilience, survival and recovery. Over in Sutton Coldfield, the Town Hall is pivoting its services.
By getting the money to invest in weddings, we now feel we've got a new lease of life, not just to compete with other people, but to be ahead.
And right across our towns and local centres, we're working with our public, private and educational sectors, creating a sense of place and belonging, from Bromsgrove to Shirley to Soho Road. It's been a busy year, and there's still plenty more to come.
So you can see that we're at the LEP interested in both sides of employment, supporting the growth and productivity of businesses, but also making sure that we're upskilling our community so that they can match the needs of those businesses. And so on to our skills and innovation session. And in it, we'll explore how innovation in the workplace can create a more enterprising culture in pursuit of better products, better ways of working, and new markets. Please do feel free to comment in our chat bot to the side of the screen as you go along. We're really interested in your insights, and we'll feed them into our work streams. It's very important that we listen to as a diverse group of people as possible as we develop our work on skills and innovation. So creating a workforce with the right skills is at the heart of the GBSLEP Strategic Economic Plan. And our work addresses the systematic problems with skills attainment that affect the productivity of our key sectors and businesses. But we're also focusing on skills and innovation as the catalyst to economic recovery, equipping employers and the appropriately skilled workforce they need to thrive in the future. The pandemic and an uncertain post-Brexit future are on all our minds, but here at the GBSLEP, we're working to identify the skills needs we face, the most immediate ones and the future ones, and how our economy is best placed to take advantage of emerging opportunities in all of our sector work. Our long-term ambition is to accelerate the increase in our skilled workforce, to ensure the gap between our skills level at least matches the national levels, and that it means increasing employer demand, that it meets increasing employer demand for higher skilled labour. And to that end, we have the ambition to upskill over 10,000 more people a year at NVQ level 3 and above. That's the equivalent of A level and above to meet these targets. On Monday, as one of the activities to try and address our ambition, we announced the creation of our Skills Hub and Apprenticeship Hub. And these hubs are especially important at the present time, as not only do they provide a one-stop shop, business-focused skills solution for employers across the GBSLEP geography, but they also house many of our recovery response programmes. This includes Plan for Jobs, interventions such as the Kickstart scheme, apprenticeship grants, and traineeships, for example. And we're also supporting the development and part funding of 2 careers hubs to connect employers to careers and enterprise activity and inspire young people in over 110 local secondary schools and colleges so that they can develop their careers in our key growth sectors. You see, again, it's all about matching what employers need with any skills development and skills gaps. And what we're trying to do is create pathways for young people to move into long-term careers in key growth sectors and working with key partners to design a new careers and work experience offer during these current difficult times. We're developing a promotion and action focused campaign to increase the take-up of apprenticeship across underrepresented groups, including Black, Asian and minority ethnic, and those from disadvantaged backgrounds. Other ways we're supporting the development of skills is through investment in construction skills for work readiness. This is a project to establish realistic construction sites at both Solihull College's Blossom Field campus and a site at Hounsfield Lane, which will be run in partnership with a commercial construction company. And again, this shows how we work with the private and the public sector to create solutions. Cannock Chase Engineering Academy is delivering 450 higher level qualifications at levels 4 and 5 for learners to exceed their expectations and standards of qualifications in the engineering sector. Again, we've invested in that academy. And our money's gone into Fast Track into Rail, which saw the installation of 2 lines of track at James Watt College in Birmingham to the rail programme's offer at BMET's new Rail Academy. And this enabled them to equip learners with the skills to progress into higher level technical skills programmes and careers within the rail industry. And we've also part-funded the Ladder for Greater Birmingham campaign. And this is delivering 1,000 new apprenticeships across the Greater Birmingham and Solihull area. The GBSLEP teamed up with community development group, the Vine Trust, training provider Performance Through People, and Birmingham Live. And this was to spearhead a campaign which secured new futures for people across Greater Birmingham. And our work is making a huge difference in Burntwood. Chase Terrace Academy is a great example of how the Stephen Sutton Trust that runs the school has created an apprenticeship ecosystem through one of our training providers, Performance Through People.
Skills is at the heart of GBSLEP's strategic economic plan. We see training and skills as a catalyst to economic recovery, giving employers a workforce to meet their needs. Over in Burntwood in Staffordshire, Chloe is on a Level 3 teaching assistant apprenticeship at Chase Terrace Academy, just one of thousands of placements delivered through our partners like the Ladder for Birmingham and Performance Through People, but to name a few.
I found it's really helped with my confidence, being able to obviously learn but also work as well. It's really helped, so I'm able to reflect back and change how maybe I've done things and improve.
Upskilling students and the wider community is an integral part of the school's offering.
We've always strongly believed in promoting all the options, post-18, post-16 options, including apprenticeships. That's something we've had embedded into our curriculum for many years. Now it's something we work very closely with employers with, very closely we work with our Greater Birmingham Solihull LEP with and the Chamber of Commerce. So we heavily promote those, and really we've seen the impacts of that on some of our students. Some of our student alumni who are now very successful in their apprenticeships actually come back to talk to students about their experience and their journey and what it's meant for them. So we're really seeing what the reward of that has been for them as well.
And here at GBSLEP, we continue to find ways of supporting skills and training.
And that's just one of many, many examples. Most recently, HS2 has committed to 25 apprentice placements through Ladder for Birmingham. And Mark Thurston, CEO of HS2, started off as an apprentice himself. A better skilled workplace also creates the environment for innovation. Through our innovative partnership model, we create cross-sector collaboration, which is essential to increasing demand-led innovation. We can provide local intelligence to guide government to support skills and innovation, and therefore create effective demand for interventions. Our local-led approach means that we can focus on what matters to us across the region, whether that's digital and green skills, or finding local solutions by allocating capital and revenue funds to the right projects. We're investing funds in the development of projects to create innovation infrastructure targeting key growth sectors. These include the Precision Health Technology Accelerator and the Quantum Technology Innovation Hub. And this Innovation Hub will provide entrepreneurial researchers, senior technologists, systems engineers and businesses with access to demonstration test equipment. We've invested in Birmingham Energy Innovation Centre, BEIC, a newly built applied research and innovation facility based at Tyseley Energy Park, which will be instrumental in helping to realise the region's ambitions for the Energy Capital and Tyseley Energy Innovation Zone initiatives. Another project due for completion next year, the restoration of Birmingham's 121-year-old Belmont Works factory. It's become the new home for Birmingham City University's STEAM House initiative, which aims to drive innovation and economic growth by connecting traditional STEM disciplines with the arts. And we've put money into an innovation programme to test how innovation can be stimulated among SMEs within our area, following evidence suggesting a market challenge-based approach would be the most suitable to encourage innovative responses. And we delivered the Innovation Enabler Pilot Programme, designed to embed local support to improve confidence and strategic management of intellectual property. As you can see, our work is far-reaching and varied. Collectively, these facilities and these projects will help to accelerate innovative growth in our region. And we do it by working with the public, private, and academic sectors. In fact, one of our partners, Innovation Alliance West Midlands, will be hosting a couple of the breakout sessions today. And this takes me on to Dr. David Hardman, who's the Managing Director of Bruntwood SciTech in Birmingham, another example of how innovation is paying off in our region.
So, thank you, Helen. I'm interested in how, obviously, what we do is promoting the whole issue of innovation, which, from my point of view, is about knowledge gain and exchange, and then applying that to create innovative new products and services. To do that, you need a skilled workforce, and in the same sort of equation, knowledge gain plus exchange with aspiration leads to opportunity. And it is that word aspiration that I think is so crucial to the way we look to the next generation of skilled people. Within sort of 10 minutes of a talk, it's not possible to come up with all the answers. I'm not even going to try. But I do want to look at it from the perspective of the, as Martin Luther King said, the fierce urgency of now, where we are now working in a different world to where we were only a few months back. In 1983, Steve Jobs said the future isn't what it used to be. I would argue that that is never more so than now, thanks to that little beast that's sitting in the background there. COVID has accelerated the direction of travel. I don't think it's changed the direction of travel, but it's certainly accelerated. You know, the news this morning, and Andy Street on Radio 4 talking about the high street and how that has changed with the news from Arcadia and Debenhams, is all to see. The rise of personal video conferencing, 21st century technology in education, in terms of distance learning, the rethink of work-life balance, the rethink of the way the office is going to work in the future, and a greater focus very likely on health and well-being, digital and the environment as drivers of the economy, mean that it isn't, the direction of travel is somewhat different to what we might have thought. And recent World Economic Forum on the future of jobs The report there suggested that automation is happening faster than expected. And within the next 5 to 10 years, something like 85 million jobs worldwide will be displaced by the way in people work and machines work. Pleasingly though, against that 85 million jobs lost, there's a suggestion of 97 million jobs created, often in areas and activity that we are not yet training for. Those most at risk in terms of their jobs are those that are going to be most needing the support as we go forward. And new skills will be required, new approaches will be required to keep themselves or get a job and then stay in a job. Tasks where humans will keep a comparative advantage is around managing, advising, decision-making, reasoning, communicating, interacting, and I would certainly argue innovating, although one can see how artificial intelligence is going to help move things forwards, not least indeed from the way we have in the last few months seen the development of the COVID vaccines in a period of 10 months as opposed to the normal decade. So there are certainly upsides, but it also means that because of the pace of change in the next 5 years, nearly 50% of those in work today will need to be re-skilled to actually retain their jobs. So for me, this is addressing the fact that we need to start something different. We need to look at education in a different way if we're going to avoid a widening of the socioeconomic divides. And I would say there are 3 potential reasons for that are particularly we need to focus on, and they're historically unique. The requirement of the knowledge economy is different to the carbon-based economy of the past. The sheer pace of technology change, which is going to drive constant need for reskilling and rethinking. And then the other one, which is obviously seen as an opportunity, increasing lifespans and longevity, mustn't be seen as a curse as we get older. But it does mean we're going to have to live our lives differently. The idea that we're moving into the knowledge economies, one of the joys of the knowledge economy is that it uses a resource that is renewable, that is constant, and in fact the more you use it, the more you get it. Knowledge is core. Raw materials and energy are exhaustible, and that's the old economy. So arguably one of the global responses to the pandemic will be a major expansion of activities that accelerate this transition from a carbon-based intensive economy to one that is driven by information and is more what we would see as the knowledge economies. That means that we need change. And it's that pace that's sort of worrying. For most of the human civilization, innovation has happened at about the same space as generational change. So once you've learned, then you're set up for the future. The different revolutions we've seen, the agricultural revolution, the industrial revolution, changed the way in which we made things and developed things. It took out physical labor. It created many, many more jobs. But it was actually just the physical. Looking to the future with the digital world, then artificial intelligence is going to start influencing in terms also the knowledge way we handle things. So different types of jobs will disappear. Pleasingly, though, as we've already seen, more jobs are created. The 100-Year Life, which is a book by Linda Gretton and Andrew Scott, looks at the fact that in the developed world, 50% of the babies born in 2007 are predicted to still be alive at these ages. That means that we have to relook at our 3-stage life structure of education, employment, retirement, because it just will not add up. And it means that education will become something that is a continuous process. And here we sit in the youngest city in Europe. We need to link that talent, that opportunity, to actually ensure that the ecosystem continues to support the city's development and its economy. The way we learn will have to be different. In times of change, as Hoffa said, learners inherit the earth, while those who've learned find themselves beautifully equipped for a world that no longer exists. And that has never been more so than now. So the system needs to change. We need to train people, we need them to aspire. And for the digital space, very likely it's the innate talent that we need to develop as much as it is training them in digital skills. They need to work out not how to be qualified in it, but how to use their talent to an effective way. So finally then, the idea that if we truly embrace the digital world, there are no walls, there are no boundaries, borders or limits. That in itself changes the way we live, work and play. So no solutions, but highlighting the urgency of now. Thanks very much.
Thank you very much, David. You've given us plenty of food for thought as we go into our breakouts. So we're now going to move into the breakout sessions, and thank you very much to all of you for coming along. These sessions are really important, as I said before, in giving us feedback and innovative ideas. There'll be a recording of our sessions available in this platform should you want to listen back or share. And we'll also be sending you a digital backpack with links and videos following our week of online activities. So please do watch out for that in your inbox. And if you'd like to continue talking to each other after your breakout session, then please do come back to this platform and head over to the networking lounge. So finally, we look forward to seeing some of you in our leadership through a crisis session tomorrow and reimagining sessions tomorrow and Friday. Please do add in any additional messages. And then finally, a reminder to go to a breakout room. So you click sessions at the top of this page, scroll down to the breakout sessions, scroll to the bottom of the descriptions, and then click view session, and this will take you through to Zoom for your breakout sessions. So thank you for everyone. We can really make a difference together across the region.